Welcome to Echoes of My Imagination. My name is Tracy Lee. Sit back, relax, let me tell you a story. Today's story is called The Moonbinder of the Tidelit Shoals. Along the curling edge of the world, where the waves whispered names into the cliffs and the wind smelled of silver, a child was born as 3 moons crossed paths in the sky. Let's get into it. The villagers called her Kayla, but the sea had other names for her, names spoken in the tide and tremor. She was born with a silver cord wrapped around her wrist, soft as kelp and cold as moonlight. Her mother said she did not cry when she was born. She hummed. The midwives never argued. Kayla grew up in a salt-battered cottage nestled between coral thickets and moon pools that glowed faintly blue at night. The tide shifted when she approached. Crabs laid offerings of shell fragments near her feet. Her first word was not spoken, but signed into water. By the age of 5, she could bind things, loose things, wild things, forgotten things. She tied her father's dreams to a net so he would no longer forget her name. She wove grief into a braid and hung it in the rafters. And when a sailor broke her sister's heart, Kayla whispered to the wind, and the sea refused him passage for 7 years. But her deepest magic was drawn from the moons. Each month, as the 3 lunar bodies waxed and waned, Kayla stepped barefoot into the tide pools and sang. With silver thread dipped in seawater, she performed bindings, rituals that could tether soul to soul, oath to truth, promise to purpose. These bindings were not simple knots. They shimmered like jellyfish and only dissolved with salt tears. She could bind a lie to silence, or a mother to her lost child across the veil. She bound storm spirits to coral. She bound loneliness to driftwood and set it adrift, never to return. Her rites were beautiful, but never free. Each binding took from her. Skin would peel, eyes would blur, and her voice would tremble from each passing moon. Still she served. They called her the Moonbinder, the Tide Keeper, the Salt Priestess. One day, a woman arrived from the northern fords, scarred by spirit loss, unable to cry, hollow behind the eyes. Kayla took her hand, and with a thread of moon-woven kelp, she wove her soul back into the living. The two fell into rhythm. They swam at dusk, mended nets at dawn, and bound one another with laughter stronger than any spell. The villagers said Kayla had finally tethered herself. They were wrong. When the tide came, when the sea grew restless and the old gods stirred, Kayla stood alone on the black rocks. She performed one final binding. She tied the realm of water to the realm of stars, and her own name to the silence of waves. Then, with grace, she walked into the tide and became mist. To this day, when the 3rd moon is full, if you place your feet in the tide and close your eyes, you may feel the tug of something gentle around your wrist, a silver thread. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining me for Echoes of My Imagination. My name is Tracy Lee. Don't forget to subscribe, share, follow, and like, and I'll catch you next time.